A new Wordle puzzle is online. Click on the link to play.
Listening to the following video may give you clues. Please like and share the videos.
Celtic confirmed as Scottish Premiership champions. After a 0-0 draw at Rangers, Celtic have been confirmed as Scottish Premiership champions.
It is their 10th title in 11 years. Celtic were denied the treble last season by Rangers. Since 19 September, Celtic have not lost in 31 games, continuing their unbeaten run.
After a poor start under new manager Ange Postecoglou, Celtic have been unbeaten in 31 consecutive games. Celtic's unbeaten streak extends to 31 matches.
Brendan Rodgers' side have won 31 consecutive games to extend their record unbeaten run. They have only lost 2 matches all season, a run that includes their 6-0 thrashing of Inverness Cully Thistle.
The win over Motherwell is Celtic's third straight win over the Scottish Premiership side and has taken their unbeaten run to 31 matches. The win means the Scottish champions are well on their way to winning the domestic treble.
During pre-season, Celtic played matches against Salj, Olimpija Ljubljana and Maribor. They also played Sturm Graz in a UEFA Champions League qualifier.
Celtic also played against Wolfsburg, Leicester City, Barcelona and Inter Milan in European football. Celtic had a good defensive record and were able to press the opponents and get some key shots on goal.
The victory against St Johnstone extended Celtic's unbeaten streak to 31 games, the longest ever in domestic football.
Celtic had last been beaten in Scotland in May 2016, by St Johnstone, who had not scored in 5 previous games.
Celtic have now won 31 consecutive games and have surpassed the previous record of 29 matches set by Willie Mealy's Celtic side. They will be hoping to make this a season to remember, and the record they broke last year may stand for a long time to come.
Postecoglou has transformed the club in less than a year, taking over a team in turmoil. The club sprang back from 3 defeats in their first 6 league games, and Postecoglou has bolstered the team's squad and improved the performance of players such as Greg Taylor and Ralston.
The team's players will be a major boost for the team, and Postecoglou will have a lot to work with in the summer. The Scottish Premiership will not be the same without them.
Despite the loss to United, the win is still a triumph for Brendan Rodgers' men. The win means that Celtic's unbeaten streak in the league is now 31 matches, a record which would have been impossible if Celtic had lost the league the season before.
It was an exciting game despite a 6-point deficit to Rangers, and the win means that Celtic's title party can now go on until Sunday. Postecoglou reveals he had posters of Liverpool and Celtic great Sir Kenny Dalglish on his walls.
Ange Postecoglou is a man who loves Celtic legends, especially Jimmy, Jinky, Johnston. As a kid in Melbourne, he idolized the Scot and had posters of him on his walls.
His first European night as manager was one of the highlights of his Parkhead career, which was also when he jokingly referred to himself as an inverted fullback. New manager wants attacking players to bring back to Celtic's club and hopes to attract a similar type of talent to his previous sides.
Previously, he was the manager of Yokohama F. Marinos and Brisbane Roar, so he understands the challenges and has been able to develop a strong team spirit and character over the last few years. While he has become a cult figure for Celtic fans, he was aware of Celtic's international fame before taking over the reins at Parkhead.
The legendary manager was close to signing Celtic from Liverpool in the summer and was a fan of Dalglish and Keegan. And it isn't surprising that the Australian was so keen to join the Scottish club. Also has a huge love for wingers.
Wide players can rip a man apart and get the crowd bouncing. Henrik Larsson's exclusion from the Celtic team may be shocking for younger fans, who may feel tempted to daydream about him.
However, it's a long time since he dominated Celtic's midfield and defence. Postecoglou's first season as Celtic manager.
Ange Postecoglou's first season at Celtic has been a mixed bag. The Australian-born manager arrived at the club with a similar task to that of his predecessor, Michael O'Neill.
Celtic were far from their best in recent seasons, finishing behind Rangers and Inverness, and were in desperate need of a manager. Having been out of the game for more than 3 years, the Greek was eager to make a positive impact on the club and the city.
In his first season, Postecoglou has already won over some Celtic fans. While his budget is far smaller than those of other Scottish clubs, he has managed to win over some supporters, including some of the most ardent supporters.
With the team's first Scottish Premier League title since 2007, Postecoglou has won the confidence of fans and players alike. And while he may still have to prove himself in England and the Premier League, he has already demonstrated his worth.
One of Postecoglou's biggest challenges will be the challenge of keeping the Celtic fans loyal. The pressure from Rangers' European success has heightened the pressure on the boys to improve on that front.
But they have yet to win a European knockout tie since 2004 and have already been eliminated 3 times this season. Ultimately, Postecoglou's aim is to make Celtic the best club in Scotland and to play at the highest level possible.
The Scottish Premier League champions have a stern test ahead of them this season, but Postecoglou has shown that he can bring the quality and desire to win at all costs. He has a reputation for being a player's manager, and it will be difficult to top him if he doesn't have a positive record as manager.
The first few months under Postecoglou were calm on the training pitch after the disappointing 2020-21 campaign. Celtic have made an incredible comeback and are now the champions of Scotland.
Only a year ago, Celtic were in crisis, and Rangers had just annihilated their 10-year winning streak. A decision to change their manager, Eddie Howe, led to the appointment of Postecoglou, who was previously coaching the Yokohama Marinos in Japan.
Many fans were skeptical about this appointment, and even some pundits were scathing about his choice. Fortunately, Celtic have made it to the Premiership final and are only 4 points away from the title.
Celtic clinched 10th Scottish Premiership title in 11 seasons. Celtic have won the Scottish Premiership for the 10th time in 11 seasons after a tense 1-1 draw with Dundee United.
With the draw, Celtic moved 6 points clear of their Glasgow rivals, who were crowned kings of the Scottish top flight last season. Celtic's goal difference over Rangers is now vastly superior to the Scottish champions, and they will celebrate in front of their own supporters on the final day of the season.
Postecoglou has made massive changes at Celtic over the past year. Celtic were in a state of crisis before the season began, and their opponents were in liquidation and administration.
They began 2012-13 in the Scottish Third Division and ended the season in the League Cup. The move helped Celtic to take control of the Scottish League, and Rangers eventually worked their way up the ladder and secured promotion to the Scottish Premiership.
After a difficult season last year, Celtic have finally returned to the top. With just 4 games remaining, Celtic are 6 points clear of Rangers and have a higher goal difference.
Reuters has used information from these reports to create this article. Celtic have won the Scottish Premiership for the 10th time in 11 seasons and have won the Domestic Cup for the 10th time in 11 years.
Celtic have unbeaten 31 league games, but they have lost 3 points in a row at Tannadice. The Celtic forwards extended their unbeaten league run to 31 games.
A dramatic late goal from Giacomakis saw Celtic come from 6 points behind Rangers on Boxing Day. The game ended on a 0, despite the home team's superior goal difference.
In spite of the draw, Celtic are 6 points clear at the top of the Scottish Premiership. O'Neill has made a significant contribution to the club's success.
He took Celtic from relative obscurity to a renowned side. He managed to win a Scottish Premiership in 1980, 89, 2000 and 2003-4.
In addition to winning the Scottish Premiership, Celtic also won 3 Scottish Cups and a Scottish League Cup. The last of these triumphs came in 2001-02 and 2003-04.